Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a brand new Bones Daily Diary series installment. I guess it's day 25, so that's a new milestone. Day 25. Let's go. It's currently September 2nd at 7:07 p.m. Currently just sitting here after showering, after getting everything taken care of. I guess new updates for the day. Uh, Finally went back to work after a long vacation. Well, semi-long vacation, I guess. 6 days aren't enough. I'm not gonna lie. 6 days are not enough. 14 days are pretty okay, but 6 days are not enough. Went back to work. Things were pretty smooth for the most part, especially towards the later end of the day. So that's good. Um, in hindsight, for other news, college, I guess prep is going along, trying to fill out my last set of forms, trying to get those done so they're properly taken care of. I don't want to pay extra money for no reason, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to make sure that whatever I pay is accurate to the T, you know what I'm saying? So that's, I guess, a work in progress. Um, no new updates for the job hunt so far, admittedly. I mean, I understand that, it's kind of a little redundant saying job hunt while I still have currently a job, but, trying to switch gears, trying to make, new progressive actions, new moves, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm trying to clarify it as a job hunt. But, that's in the works, I suppose, for right now. I guess in other news, really not much going else otherwise. Pretty chill day so far. A little tiring, but not because of like the actions or whatever's been going on. It's just more so because of the heat. The heat's just been too much, admittedly speaking. Like even though it's September, it's just so ridiculously hot. It's stupid. So trying to make do with what is possible, or whatever. But trying to grind out through the week, this week especially. Hopefully we get some new updates and everything potentially soon. Whenever I hear any news on that, I'll be sure to let you guys know, so that's a plus. But yeah, I guess today's theme is going to be more on perception, like more on perception and what it means to you, know what I mean? Because it's like, you can do everything right. You can do everything right. You can follow the book. You can do everything, properly, and no one can see a single thing. But the second you screw up just once, that's when all hell breaks loose. Everything falls down on top of you. Like, oh, you messed up. You did this. You did this. It's like, but then what about all the other 18 good things that I did beforehand? You know what I mean? Like, just as a random figure. Like, what about all the 18 or 20 other things, good that I did beforehand? Like, why are you so fixated on this one bad thing? You know what I mean? And that's where it's just kind of like ridiculous, where it's like, damn, it's just truly a matter of perception. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, today I was at work, and one of our trucks is in the shop because we have to get the proper stuff repaired for it and everything. And one of my coworkers tells me, like, hey, the truck's in the shop. When it opens up, go get the cooler so we can put it on the truck that we're using today and just go about it like that. I'm like, yeah, sure, I can do that, no problem. Already filled up the gas for the other truck, already made sure we had everything for the other truck, everything's all good, everything's all clear, right? And I'm checking the time, it's still early in the morning. It's like 6:30, 6:40. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess there's still a bit of time. I go outside, check once or twice, and the shop's still closed. I'm like, okay, I'll wait till 7. 7's not that bad. We usually don't leave anyway until like later, and like a little bit past 7 anyway, so I got time, you know what I mean? It's just filling up the coolers. Coolers takes what, about like 5 minutes, tops for both. I'm like, okay, not too bad, right? The guy gets in the truck and leaves, and I'm like thinking, like, okay, he does that, he has history of getting in the trucks and just kind of driving off for a little bit just to get some other stuff done, or to go to the office real quick to get some paperwork and everything. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Everything makes sense there in that regard, but it's like, he comes back, and I'm like, oh, shoot, it's 7. Okay, let me go get the coolers. I just step out, and he's like, oh, don't worry, I got the coolers already. I'm like, oh, well, okay, cool, thanks, And he's like, no, man, you're on your phone all the time. And I'm like, bro, I'm waiting for the shop to open up. You know what I mean? I'm literally waiting for the shop to open up. because I thought it was gonna open up a little bit later. You know, that's why I'm literally just here waiting. You know, the guy literally across from me on the other side of the desk, he's playing chess on his phone while like broadcasting the news on the TV. He ain't doing shit either, right? And I get it, like, you know, this is my task to do, right? But I mean, clearly you can see the general idea of, like, you know, what the plan is, which is I was going to wait till the shop to open up to then go in and get the truck, you know, like get the coolers from the truck, right? But no, it's a whole fucking, you know, cascade of nonsense because I'm just on my phone for like in the morning. Well, I mean, what else am I supposed to do? My computer ain't working, right? You're going in and out, you're fidgeting like crazy, right? Like you're kind of fidgeting because you don't want to like sit still, so like you're going in and out of the office, right? And then the other dude, he's just chilling. You know, like, what else am I supposed to do? I can't just sit there and, like, twiddle my thumbs, because, like, what else am I going to do? You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to, like, sit there and watch this guy play videos upon videos of, like, you know, crypto business deals and everything. I'm like, I really don't care. You know what I mean? But it's, like, whatever. You know what I mean? It's whatever. Rough start in the morning, but, you know, at least, you know, you can make up for it. Because I like especially, like, when you kind of have a little bit of a rough start in the morning, because even though it kind of damages your mood a little bit, it kind of still gives you the opportunity, you know, for the rest of the day to make up for it. You know what I mean? To make sure that, like, hey, you know, the morning was a little rough, but I can make sure that the rest of the time that I'm here is a good, like, you know, like, good, like, from start to finish. You know what I mean? And it went very smoothly. You know, I cannot deny that. It went very, very smoothly. Everything went great. Everything went, you know, flawless for the most part. So, you know, it's just that. But it's like the internal gripe. You know what I mean? It's just purely the internal gripe. Like, come on, man. Really, we're arguing about this. Come on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so asinine. Like, it's such a stupid argument to be having, but sure, I guess, you know? Sure. Yeah, why not? Let's really just talk about this, you know? Isn't it fantastic? But, I mean, what can you do? You know, what can you do? Sorry about that, y'all. Sorry if, you know, I ended up breathing a little too heavy into the mic there. My apologies for that. Honestly, otherwise, everything's going pretty alright for the most part. This week is going to be a slightly easier week. Hopefully, we'll see what happens. Trying to see what else kind of pans out and what tries to go about and everything. So, hopefully, you know, new stuff to say soon. But yeah, I mean, you guys tell me. You know, you guys tell me, like, if you've had, you know, moments where, like, just it's just the dumbest argument for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you had any arguments like that with anyone, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, come on, like, really, like, why are we arguing about this? You know, out of all the things that we could be talking about, we're arguing about this. You know what I mean? Like, it's so dumb. I mean, everything else is still taken care of, but, like, why are we, you know, fidgeting about this, like, you know, the whole time? Whatever, you know what I'm saying? Let me know if you guys ever had an instance like that. How did you deal with it? You know, like, how did you, like, actually, like, crash out, or, like, did you just kind of let it slide? You know, like, how'd that pan out? And then, you know, I'm just gonna chill out. Almost about the end of my time anyway, but I'm just gonna chill out and, you know, just vibe and stuff. Gonna take a little bit more time to just relax a little bit, because tomorrow again is gonna be another long day and everything. So hopefully more cool news for tomorrow. Let's see how that pans out. All right. And I just want to say before I head off, thank you for the new subscribers. Whoever joined to the channel, I appreciate you. I love you. Great to have you on board. And hopefully you enjoy the videos. Much love, and